I'm like, should I get an Aura ring so I can constantly monitor
Yeah.
I'm like, when did I turn into a hypochondriac?
I was gonna say that's like a hypochondriac's worst nightmare.
I know.
Is the Aura ring. I will not get one.
I know. I want to get one, but then I think that I might spiral every single morning.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm already spiraling about so much, like without the
ring.
ring.
Oh my God, yeah. You went to the hospital.
We have to break down everything.
Okay, where should we start? You go first. You seem like you have a lot on the on the docket. So
first of all, I'm still sick. I don't know if you can tell, but it's probably not contagious because it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I have a staph infection on my face, so that's another ailment.
How does that happen?
We'll get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll start from the top.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Is that contagious?
Don't look too closely at my face. If you touch me, yes, but not by sitting by me. So last episode, we talked about how I thought I had rhabdo from SoulCycle.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, 4 days go by maybe, and I'm like, wow, my leg really hurts really bad, and it's not getting better. And I'm, like, convincing myself that I have rhabdo still. Yeah. And I'm like, if I don't get this checked out, I'm going to go into kidney failure. And so I was like, the only rational thing to do is to go to the doctor.
And, like, at that point, it makes sense. Like, if you've been in pain for a week or so, it's okay to go to the doctor. It's not you, like, tricking yourself.
But I felt like that. I'm like, is this really stupid? But then I was like, no, just go.
Yeah.
So I went to urgent care, and I told her what was going on, and I was like, I'm afraid I have rhabdo. And she was like, I've only seen one case of rhabdo in my career.
And baby, I'm number 2.
Yeah.
I'm number 2.
And I was like, okay. And so she lays me down on the table.
Oh.
Yeah. And
laid you down.
She's like feeling like my stomach, or I don't know, like I guess that's what they feel when you have rhabdo, because like it can affect your kidneys.
Yeah.
So she's like feeling if it like hurts or anything, and like she's like, does this hurt? And I'm like, I mean,
does this hurt?
Does this hurt? I mean, kind of, like, because you're like stabbing me, but and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna take a urine test just to be sure. And so she's like giving me this cup to pee in. So she's like, once you give the sample, it'll take like 10 minutes and I'll be back in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not kidding, 20 minutes goes by and she's not back. And I'm like, that's like kind of suspicious. But
no
like,
news is good news, right?
Right. I was like, maybe she just like got busy or like took a break. Like, maybe she's just like taking her time. And then she comes in and she's like a little quiet, and she's like, so something did come up in your sample. And I immediately was like,
that's an interesting way to start that sentence. I would be like, okay, I'm dying.
I was like, oh God. And she was like, something about my protein levels, like the certain protein in my pee was at like the range, the like concerning range that they would look for rhabdo. And I was like, you're joking, because like I came here just for reassurance because I thought I was spiraling for no reason, and now she's saying something came up. And then she was like, I brought in another physician to look at it too, to make sure.
Okay, gossiping.
Yeah, well, she was like, I always want to give a second opinion before I send someone to the ER. Oh. And she was like, I would recommend that you go to the ER and get a rapid blood test done. And I was like, okay, wait. Like, could it be something else? Like, is it possible it's not rhabdo? And she was like, that's possible. We just can't tell unless you get a blood test.
It could just be that you're like so swole that the protein is pumping through your veins.
Yeah, it's just like I'm really ripped.
Yeah.
And like it's just
you're a muscle mommy, and she doesn't know how to handle that. Yeah,
I'm just an outlier because I'm so jacked. But then I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, I'm not like, well, honestly, in that moment I was like, this would happen to me. So I like
yep.
I walk out of the clinic and I immediately call my girlfriend, because like for the past 3 days that this was happening, I was like complaining to her the entire time, and I was like, I have rhabdo.
How did she feel? Because like she did this to you.
See,
I was thinking that. I was like, I wonder how she feels right now, sitting in the ER with you, being like, I did this.
Well, she was like, I got on the phone with her and I was explaining to her how they were like telling me to go to the ER, and she was like, oh my God, like I did this. Like, she was like, I'm so sorry. And then she was like freaking out. And I was like, can you come with me? And like, obviously, she was like,
come with me.
Like, yeah. Like, so she comes to my apartment. I walked back to my apartment and I like called my mom.
Your mom doesn't care.
She just like doesn't get it, I don't think. And she's like, do I need to come? And I'm like, no. And I'm standing outside my apartment waiting for my girlfriend, and then I just see her like across the street, like sprinting, like not sprinting, but like fast walking, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like crazy, like I'm dying, essentially.
Yeah.
And then she gets to me, and I'm like, well, they said to go to Advocate, so like, do you just want to walk? And then she was like, what the fuck? We're not walking. Like, we're going to Uber.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah, you're going to walk with your rhabdo, your in
like,
pain legs.
She's like, I'm going to Uber you. And then we get to Advocate, and it's just a shit show. There's so many people there. It's really dark and scary. And I was like, I can't stay here. Like, I have to go somewhere else. So then I'm like, okay, let's go to Northwestern, obviously, because that's like the next best. Yeah, that is the best in Chicago. They obviously like assess everyone like once you get in, and they're like seeing what everyone's severity is. And I guess mine was like enough to get like express laned. Like they're like, you get back
fast
now.
Pass.
Yeah. And then like they take my blood and give me an IV, and I'm just sitting there, and I have like a buddy sitting across from me, like this old woman who I don't know why she's there, but like now we're in this together, just her and I sitting next to each other. And I'm like waiting there for a really long time with the IV in my arm in the hallway. And then they come in, and the doctor was like, yeah, so like your protein levels, blah, 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 are at like 800. Like the normal is like between like 20 and like 200. And I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, am I going to die?
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's not like in the range to like actually be serious or like affect you. So like they sent me home, and they were just like, hydrate. But then I'm like, do I need to get it checked? Like, do I need to go get checked up on? Like, or are we just gonna like act like it's gonna go down eventually? So
yeah, how do you monitor that?
I have no idea. But SoulCycle almost killed me. Like we were talking
SoulCycle
about.
almost killed her? That's the title.
Like, I've seen things about, like, people being sent into, like, the ER for rhabdo from SoulCycle, and I was literally making jokes about that before the SoulCycle class, and then it, like, kind of happened.
Oh. So, speaking it into existence.
Yeah, so don't manifest.
Rebuke any joke that I made previously about my health.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am as clean Julia. As a whistle. I am a tank. I am eternal.
So I'm like fine, and everything's better, and my leg doesn't hurt anymore.
I was like, she's not gonna be able to come to St. Patrick's Day.
I was thinking that too.
I was like annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is such an inconvenience for me.
We're not gonna have chocolate chip pancakes at St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It was funny because my girlfriend was saying, like, afterwards, she was like, yeah, I was like trying to like plan out what I would do for St. Patrick's Day, like if you were in the hospital. Like she was like
not be by your side. She's like, well, what are my plans now? She could still come over.
No, she was like, I feel like I would have like offered to stay with you, but then you would have been like, no, go have fun. And then she was saying that she would come back, but she would be drunk. And then she said, like, what if they didn't let her back in because she was so drunk? And they were like,
that would probably
sorry.
be the case.
Sorry, this girl can't come in.
She's got green glitter on her face.
Yeah. She's like, I just want to see my girlfriend.
Like, do you need to see a doctor, miss?
They're like, are you sure you're not on something? Following like the next day, or like 2 days after, this is St. Patrick's Day. I'm walking home from Starbucks in the morning, about to get ready, and this guy who is probably on a substance and really old and scary, we come face to face on the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You texted me.
We come face to face on the sidewalk, and he gives me this really weird, crazy look. He has those crazy eyes. They're like huge. Yeah. You could do a really good impression. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy eyes. He starts like waving at me. Like,
like a creepy, like,
yeah, like, but it was like smiling. He was smiling while he was doing
that's
it.
even more like a clowny wave.
And in that moment, I knew I was really fucked because, like, what do you do? It's just me and him on the sidewalk, And I knew if I kept walking,
you act crazier.
I know I should have. If I
would piss yourself. That's what you do.
Pull down my pants and just pee.
You take a shit in the middle of the sidewalk. He'll be like, whoa.
I know. I should have out crazied him.
Yeah, always.
But I was like, if I walk any further, like closer to him, he's like going to do something to me. He's gonna like hit me or something, or just like block me from getting through on the sidewalk. Like he was going to do something, and I knew it. And so I was like, okay, get in the road. Like there are cars parked to my left, and I was like, I'm just gonna get in the road and walk in the road. But there's cars coming like in the road, like driving. So I'm like, I can't like cross the street. So I'm walking on the outside of the parked cars in between like the moving traffic. And all of a sudden I like hear a splash, and this guy threw his drink at me, and it got on like my arm and like part of my face. And was it a drink or was it his piss? I think it was
because I would think this man just like threw his piss at me.
Don't even say that.
I'm so sorry.
I think the worst. Say that. I think it was water because it was in like a 7-Eleven cup, and the 7-Eleven was right there.
That's a piss cup.
Julia, stop! You're gonna make me freak out.
Is that why you got this?
What disease can you get from pee?
Staph infection.
No, you can't.
I don't know. I'm lying. I don't know.
Stop. No, why would it be his piss? Julia, now I'm gonna spiral.
Julia, why would it be his piss?
Tell me it was water.
Why would it be his piss? It was probably water. It'd probably be really stinky if it was piss. You know that man's not staying hydrated enough.
I know it was clear.
Okay.
So I feel like his piss would be yellow.
Yeah. No, that's what I would think.
Well, anyway, it got on my face, so if it was piss, I'm going to have a disease. I'm going to be Googling what diseases can you get from pee on Reddit.
Probably a lot. Maybe don't Google.
Great, okay.
As long as it didn't get in your mouth or your eyes or up your nose or... Back to the hospital we go.
Fuck, okay. Anyway.
No,
because homeless people... Are we not allowed to call them that?
I mean, people say houseless people, but I don't really understand what the difference is.
This man was homeless.
A home and a house are the same thing.
He didn't have a soul. Anyway.
He was soulless. Was he homeless or was he soulless?
He was soulless.
Okay, yeah.
Because why would they pee in a cup? They pee on
they absolutely...
Julia, stop.
Okay,
he peed in a cup.
Okay, he didn't. It wasn't pee.
It was water.
It was something worse. It was a secret third thing. Anyways, while you sent me that text... Okay.
Why would he be carrying around a cup of his pee?
I don't know, because people are on drugs. Alyssa, I've seen a girl stick her ass out of her car door and piss in the Walgreens parking lot when she could have just gone inside. I've seen another woman take a piss in the middle of the street. I've seen a man piss in the middle of the street.
There's no way
people just be pissing all over the place, and I have definitely seen pee in a cup on the side of the road.
Well, that was from
you?
Someone. Yes. Anyway,
I'm sure it wasn't pee, but
now I'm spiraling. Okay, so
there's a chance it might have been.
Anyway, I got assaulted, and that ruined my morning a lot. And I got home, and I was having a moment.
Did you have to change?
I showered head to toe, washed my face, everything. Changed even my underwear and my socks. I said, I'm not doing this today.
Down to the toesies.
Yep. And basically, where was I going with that? That was on St. Patrick's morning.
Yeah, that was St. Patty's weekend, Saturday morning. While you were doing that, I was doing my makeup and getting ready for everyone to come.
Yeah, you were having a really dandy time.
I was cleaning. I woke up at like 8 a.m. to go grocery shopping. Got things ready. I was really excited because I was going to drink for the first time after 3 weeks.
Oh.
So I had a little mimosa in the morning before everyone got there. And it was a fun time. Did you have fun?
I had fun, yeah.
You guys went outside to take photos, which first of all, fuck you for not inviting me. You know how I love a photo.
It was like so impromptu though. Like, because they went to smoke weed and then we just were taking photos after. So I'll extend
and then your girlfriend posted the cute little photos on her Instagram, and I'm like, that I could have been in there. I could have been in the background.
I know. It was.
I could have brought my digital camera. But then there are other people at the party. They're like, yeah, a huge group of people just left.
What the?
And I'm like, oh, I'm drunk kind of at this point. So I'm looking around and I couldn't figure out who. And then he's like, I think it was like a bunch of girls. And then I clocked it was you, and I was like, I cannot believe that she didn't say bye. Like I thought that they like got ready, left, and like went to a bar.
No.
And you didn't say bye. I was like, that is so mean. That is so. You're in my home.
I Irish goodbye on St. Paddy's.
I thought you did. I really thought you did. And then you came back and I was like, oh, hello.
Would never
You're still
do
here.
that. I'm not like that.
I got really worried.
Goodbye.
But yeah, I think by the time we actually headed out you went to a different bar. By the time we headed out, we went to Gunthry's. I was very drunk.
Okay, I didn't get drunk at all, and it made me really sad because I tried.
Well, maybe you just need to take 3-week hiatuses and then get back to it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I think I was drinking tequila. Oh, I was taking tequila shots.
That'll do
mimosas,
it.
tequila shots, tequila drinks. Got to Gunthry's, had another tequila drink, and Gunthry's at like 2 p.m. was my last drink because I was like, I'm drunk.
Was it packed in Gunthry's?
Honestly, yeah, but we were able to get 2 large circle tables and put them together. I don't know how we like made ourselves at home, but we did.
I so wish I could have gone. We tried to go to Holiday Club, but it was closed in the morning for like a private event.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I know.
But then we did that. We were throwing little babies around Gunthry's. That was our bit.
We were like chucking them.
Me and my brother I actually don't know if he was drunk. Maybe he was doing this sober, but I was very drunk, and him and I were just like throwing little babies around the courtyard, and like it was the funniest thing to us. And then we ran out, and I had to like really go up to tables and try to get the babies back.
You were trying to recollect them?
Yes, I am not gonna let a baby go to waste.
I didn't know you still had all those.
I have 6
because you don't let them go to waste because you take them back.
I take them back. Or what I was doing is I would grab someone's hand and be like, let me see your hand. And then I would slowly put the baby in their hand and close it and give it back to them. And then they would open their hand and the baby would be in there.
Oh my God.
And no one knows what to do with that.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I like.
Yeah.
I think my signature is leaving babies behind.
Yeah. I think it is.
I don't leave them
while.
behind in courtyards, but I do leave them behind at people's homes. Because they need to have a loving family.
Have you left me one? I had one from your collection. I don't know if you left it.
I don't. I have not left you one.
Okay.
Maybe well, one day.
Clearly, I'm not that important.
I like to hide them in places too. But yeah, then we walked to Demo's Pizza. I was so drunk at this point. We walked through
Demo's
Wrigley.
is so good.
We walked through the Wrigley bar crawl. There was a photo booth that was set up in the middle of the road. We were taking photos, like digital photo booth that we were taking pictures of. We met some people who we got in the back of their photos, and they're like, let's follow each other on social media. Like, I'll send you the photos. You know, those drunk encounters. Yeah. And then we got to Demo's, ordered the pizza, and there was a guy who I thought was cute there, and I was so drunk. And I went up to him, and I was like, I don't know what I said to him, but I invited him to come eat with, like, me, my brother, and his girlfriend, which, like, okay, probably weird. But I didn't think it was bad. But I didn't think it was weird. I don't know. Like, I hang out with my brother, and he's like, "Oh, you want me to like have food with you and your brother? Like, that's kind of awkward." And I was like, "Oh, right. You're so right.
Yeah.
But
about that.
We did exchange numbers.
Okay.
And we sent about 2 text messages back and forth to each other since then, and then there's nothing.
Damn. So no love story.
So no love story there, Mitch. The one that could have been.
Wow, he's the one that got away.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't want to meet my family? So you don't want to meet my brother on our first date? Fuck you. You're obviously not a family man.
Well, he's definitely not for you if he doesn't want to meet your family.
No, yeah.
So
kind of embarrassing for him to like you could have been a part of something great.
He really could have. He has no idea what's coming for you.
And he was alone. Sorry. I didn't want you to look like a loser eating alone.
You were actually doing charity work.
I was doing you a favor, and you're gonna treat me that way? Fuck you.
Asshole.
Fuck
Mitch.
you. Lose my number, even though you didn't text me back anyways. Blocked. Never was gonna text me. So there was that. Oh, and then the rest of the day we went back to my apartment after that, and I fell asleep on my bed. My brother's girlfriend fell asleep on the couch, and my brother fell asleep on the hardwood. I came out of my bedroom and he's just sprawled on the hardwood floor.
That's something I would do because I'm sure it felt nice and cold for him.
We took a nice 1 hour nap and pretty much the festivities were done. Just like went to someone's house, got food. And that was it. Nothing too crazy.
That sounds so fun.
It was nice. I'm trying to think of what I did last year for St. Patrick's Day, but I don't even. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I went bar hopping and then went to Corridor, but I did not get drunk. So this is my drunk.
Yeah.
This is my drunk.
I know.
And then I'm like, maybe I should not. Maybe I should take another hiatus.
Cause it's fun when you do it again.
Yeah, because I get to live for something
different.
Yeah, I get to be excited for it and have something to look forward to. Because God forbid, the only thing you can look forward to in life is getting drunk.
Yeah, these days.
But I just, you wake up and you're like, I feel like shit. I spent a lot of money and I'm fat from the alcohol.
Not what you thought when you woke up.
I go fat and broke. There I go again, fat and broke. Story of my life.
Broke.
Yeah.
To be honest,
that's all I think about when I drink is I go fat and broke. Not for anyone else. You guys can be skinny with a fat wallet and have a good time. But me, in my head, I'm like,
wait. Yeah, it's like you're either fat and broke or you're skinny and have money, like fat wallet.
Yeah. The only fat you should have is your wallet. That's what they say.
Fat phobia over here. Yeah.
It's all projection, guys. It's all projection.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I don't think that way about you. Only about myself when I look in the mirror.
She has body dysmorphia. So.
Yeah. Slay. But then other than that, I don't know. I don't have no other crazy things going on in the past week.
Well, I can tell you about my staph infection.
Oh, thank God I've been waiting to hear about it.
Yeah, so basically I have this chronic condition where I get chronic staph infections every so often. And you may be thinking, wow, that's disgusting. And you're right. Mm-hmm. It's disgusting. And I just happened to flare up the day that the man assaulted me. And
so it progressed throughout the day?
Yeah. So basically, I didn't notice it until the afternoon. Mm-hmm. I went to the bathroom because I went on a cruise on St. Patrick's.
Oh, yeah. The cruise. The cruise that didn't leave the dock. The cruise that has had the same carpet in its ballroom for 100 years.
From early 2000s.
The dust just is accumulating in that dirty carpet.
Oh my God, yeah.
Those outdated. Sorry, it sailed the ocean blue the same time as the Titanic. I heard.
Yeah, it was like, well, yeah, we were on the Titanic actually.
Yes. The OG Titanic, if you know that story.
Yeah, and I don't, but yeah, exactly. It's still like functioning these days.
There was a original boat that was named the Titanic, and I think that one never set sail. And then there was a second Titanic. Then that was the one.
No, we were on the one that never set sail, and it set sail the first time on St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
So that's when the staph infection occurred, and I noticed in the bathroom, and I was like, "You're fucking kidding me!" And then I started to spiral, and I was like, "Was this there earlier?" So I looked at other pictures that I had taken earlier that day, and I could see it a little bit, and I'm like, "Thank God, it like has been there all morning." Because I was afraid that it was caused by the man, but I don't think it was. And I was like, this would happen to me, and now it's like it takes weeks to go away. Like, so it's gonna be on my face for like another week. But basically, it's like so resistant to antibiotics that like you can't really do anything. So, and it's contagious. And I haven't been able to kiss my girlfriend.
Like, if you touch the mics and I touch the mics, can I get a staph infection?
Like, you can only get it through, like, an open wound.
Okay.
So, like, if you had, like, a cut, maybe.
I have dry hands right now.
But
I already get canker sores every week. I can't get a staph infection.
You would have to, like, touch my face where it is in order to get it. Like, it can't, I also don't think it's contagious anymore. It like stops being contagious after like a certain period of time.
I don't know anything
about
the
incubation period.
I don't know anything about staph infections. I don't know if canker sores are contagious. What riveting conversation we're having right now about our facial diseases,
our medical history.
I know. Oh, fuck, no HIPAA here.
No, I
This
don't
is
know
how,
that.
okay, you're in a relationship and I have no one on the bench. And so this is what our conversations are going to be. She's married, so she has nothing fun to talk about anymore.
Everything's boring.
And I have a bunch of fucking pen pals on Hinge that I can't get to ask me on a fucking date.
I know, you need to have like a really messy situationship.
I want one. I want one. I want one. I want one.
You
I need
want
something
one
to
that
live
like
for.
triggers your fight or flight.
I want someone to make me act out.
Yeah.
I want someone to make me mad.
You want to blow up someone's phone and be like, where the fuck are you?
I want to key their car,
Oh.
but then like dream about them for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah.
That's the type of love I want.
We need to find that for you.
I know. I just like it's.
Yeah.
I really tried to respond to everyone's messages this week. I was like, okay, Julia, lock in. And I've been responding to people every day. And that's rare for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just my pen pals.
So no one's like asked you out? Or have they tried?
No.
Are they
Not one fucking
women
person.
Or men?
They're both.
Okay.
The women that I really wanted to go on a date with, they didn't respond to me. And then there's like some ones that I'm like, maybe I'm not feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all. That goes both ways, men and women.
What the fuck?
But no one's asking me on a fucking date. I'm like, I know I took like a 5-month, 4-month break, but like, am I really ugly this time around?
No, it's because I think like once it starts getting warmer, then people will want to like do dates because they'll have like a will to live again.
But wouldn't it be, I mean, is it not the other way around? Like you want to get booed up for the holidays and for the cold?
That's for like
and
fall
you want to
time.
be single in the summer.
You want to be booed up in the fall, but like once it hits winter, that's when people give up.
A summer fling has been on my to-do list for years.
I think it's in the cards.
I need it. Like I need it. I've been single for 5 fucking years. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years.
I know. It's been a long 4 years for you, and I think your time is coming. Should we go to that one like psychic that got arrested recently?
Because she scammed a 21-year-old girl out of
$70,000.
$20,000, $70,000. Yeah, she got she's in prison now.
But they didn't let her go.
Was the curse lifted? Yes or no? Because if it was, why is she in jail?
Literally,
she did her job.
Why? How can you get arrested for that?
I'm like, did she charge her card, like make fraudulent charges and just stole her information? Or did the girl willingly hand over tens of thousands of dollars?
Right.
And what was this curse?
Right.
What is this curse?
Isn't it?
Am I cursed? Do I need to shell out $20,000
Maybe.
because of how fucking single I am?
Maybe.
I think I'm cursed.
Isn't that the same thing as like paying an exorcist to like perform an exorcism?
Do you pay for exorcisms?
I don't think you should do those shit.
I feel like, well,
who's doing an exorcism for free?
According to my show Evil that I've been watching, you just you request from the church to come in and make an assessment, and if they believe that you need an exorcism, then they come in with their crew and they exorcise you, usually in a bathroom while you're tied up.
Do you think?
But that's a TV show, so who knows?
You know those like really big like churches that like sing along and like have concerts and like mega churches? Do you think if you went to a mega church and you were like, I need an exorcism, that they would like, they do that type of thing? Or is that like old age stuff? Like,
I think Kenneth Copeland needs an exorcism. I think the pastors of these churches, they have evil within themselves and they're the ones that need the exorcisms.
So you don't think they're performing exorcisms?
I would love to see them perform an exorcism.
Can we email a church and ask if they perform exorcisms?
Yeah.
I want to know so bad.
Oh my God. Imagine just walking into like one of these churches and being like, hey, quick question. I'm just curious, like, what do you guys do for like, your exorcisms are like, do you have a tier list? Is there like a package that I could look at, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3?
Right. Like what's included? Like how many times, are we performing the exorcism?
Are you throwing the holy water on me, or like am I
there,
bathing in it?
Right. Is there a waiver that we sign?
Are we ordering pizza afterwards? Because it's gonna take a lot out of me.
Right.
So I'm gonna need a snack.
You gotta refuel. We need some liquid IVs up in here. Like, are you guys sponsored?
One IV is holy water. The other IV is liquid IV. Yeah. Can we get a sponsorship? Hello, who's listening? Let's get this going. This is our influencer branding trip. Just we're all getting exorcisms. I think that's the vibe. I think that's the way to go. Tar Yummy would eat that up.
No, I want to do a segment on TikTok where it's me calling churches and asking if they do exorcisms, and then how much it costs.
And that's what we're gonna be doing when we finish this.
Yeah,
because that's funny as fuck.
It's so funny.
You know what? We don't do a good prank call anymore these days.
We don't.
The people who go out boots on the ground pranksters, they suck. We need good old fashioned calling a company. And just spicing up their day a little bit.
Do you think that if we ask, like, if we keep talking about exorcisms, that we're gonna get cursed? No, because you watch horror movies over and over and over again, and you don't get possessed.
I think if you just say,
I don't claim this negative energy.
Claim this. No, don't come inside of me, ghost. Don't leave me alone. Leave me alone, you little demon.
Seriously,
be gone. Stop.
Like, just leave.
Just whine. Leave me alone. Can you stop it? The lights are flickering. Stop. I have a headache.
I would do that. No, literally. Last night I got so scared because I was alone in my apartment going to bed, and I thought someone was
every
here.
other night.
Well, some nights I'm not.
Oh, right. Because you have
a girlfriend.
I just assume that everyone spends every night alone. Because I've been doing that for 5 years.
You're like, oh, you don't sleep alone every night? Is it not cold in your bed?
I have a cat.
Actually, I have Coda, so he warms me up.
But you thought someone was breaking in?
Yeah, I get really...
Or you just felt a presence?
No. Okay, sometimes I get really scared.
I've thought about standing in that window and like knocking on it.
I swear to God, if you ever did that, it would be over for me.
I leave and I'm like, I wonder if that's a little alleyway to
I'm
get
moving.
to the window.
I'm moving because that's always my biggest fear. I literally thought there was a man out there, and there wasn't. But like,
I'm gonna get ketchup and do one handprint on and smear it down the window.
It's like what's his face on the Frankie Family, where the demon hand on the window.
You lost me.
Well, you don't know. He was like at Jody's house. There was this handprint on the window.
Oh, you meant I was like the Frankie, Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know what
like
I was thinking.
What? The Addams Family.
Oh yeah, the hand. Oh, when she was possessed, she needed an exorcism, and the exorcism was just fucking a girl.
Yeah.
No, I needed an exorcism.
She needed some lesbian sex.
Lesbian. However, she did it.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about like the Jody girl, the Mormon, what the fuck, the family vloggers,
the 8 passengers family vlogger, and how Ruby Frankie is now in prison, and they showed in the documentary, what's her face?
Jody
Hildebrandt was apparently pretending to have fake exorcisms, and they're like
an orgasm.
I mean, yeah, it kind of looked like it. She's holding on to Ruby, and she's like, like, leave me.
Like,
or no, what is it? It's like, let her go. Let her
take her.
Let her go down on me. Like, that's what she was getting to.
It was like, let her into my pants.
And Ruby's like, what should I do? And she's the TikTok joke where it's like, grab the massage oil. The massage oil, Ruby. I need the massage oil now. Can we do acting classes?
I would be down. I'd actually be down.
Wait, we're gonna be stars.
Let's do an improv class.
Stars. Yeah, are you gonna show up?
Maybe this time.
Yeah, that was stand-up was it? No, it was improv comedy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Can we do like
I'd rather do
TV
dramatic
ones?
acting.
One of the
yeah, and you have to pretend your dad died.
Yeah, on the floor. Dad! No! I would pay to see that clip of me.
Do we know where'd you do it? Where'd you do
the
that
Tom
audition?
Hanks Center for
Can we send them an email? Do you have the rights to that video?
Definitely not. They probably deleted it. They were like, trash.
Immediately you walk out the door, they're like, let's just clear this space.
Let's forget about that. Yeah, it was really bad, but I would be down to do that again. I bet I could like do it better. Like, let me practice first.
I'm so full of myself that I'm like, I could probably just walk into an audition and I'll just be like this like prodigy.
Let's try it.
Even though I'm 27, can you be a prodigy after the age of like 10? I'm a child prodigy when it comes to acting.
You walk in and they're like, okay, like, what have you been in before? And you're like, actually, I'm a child prodigy. I'm a late discovery.
Guys, you're gonna witness a big one. You're gonna want to hire me, sign me, snatch me up before I'm gone.
They're like, no resume or anything. You're like, don't even need that.
Don't need my resume. This baby,
this
right here. You're looking at it.
I feel like that could get you a role. Just
that
bit.
Just like crazy confidence. But then I think about having to act like a little freak weirdo, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, what if they're like, okay, now crawl on the floor and act like a little creepy zombie, and I'm like,
good at that.
I'm like, oh, here I go. like
I want to see you act like a freak.
Six Flags zombie audition.
Yeah,
I watched
those. Do that.
I've watched those videos.
And then start screaming like, ah!
Do you think we could take each other seriously if we both were in the same room?
No, I would piss myself.
I can't even do like a group workout with a friend because I'm laughing.
Yeah, valid.
Because I'm like, isn't this so silly that we're doing burpees right now together? Meanwhile, we're like,
wait, we should go in as like a duo thing. Like we're like possessed twins or something. The fuck?
I think it could work.
And then we're just like acting
we have
really
to be
insane.
Conjoined at all times.
We're conjoined possessed
But
twins.
after the staph infection.
After that clears up.
The world is our oyster.
Wait, it would be really good for costume though.
Yeah, they'd be like, look, you're patient zero.
I get to know
what zombie breakout's happening? You didn't need to come in makeup.
They're like, oh, we see you've already stopped by our makeup trailer.
Yeah. They're like, oh, and you did that yourself? Maybe give us any tips on products you used?
Oh yeah, I can give you tips.
Homeless men piss.
Yeah.
Just wash your face in the morning with homeless man piss.
Yep.
But yeah,
anyway,
acting lessons could be really fun.
I want to like do it, but I want to record it.
You know what would be really funny? Why don't we both prepare a monologue for each other and then present it to each other and film it?
Wait, yes!
That would be so funny.
Wait, I want to do that
should we
so
choose
bad.
each other's monologue?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it going to be like, are we going to practice it or just hand it to the person and then we have to do it on the spot?
I think we need to give ourselves like maybe 15 minutes to practice.
Okay.
To look over it.
Yeah,
and like
that.
really get in character.
I want to do that really bad.
Mm-hmm. We could do that for the next
next
podcast. Okay, guys, listen up. New segment alert.
New segment alert. We're going to... It's podcast turn acting class.
Okay, he's
Coda?
showing us his dramatics right now.
He has a lot of
Excuse
dramatics.
me, this is not your audition.
I just don't get why he starts to whine every time we film.
Because he's a camera hog. Oh, I am so glad that you canceled on me last night.
Oh, why?
Because I went home and I was scrolling through TikTok and a TikTok came up and it was this girl who was like, my outfit for Palace tonight. And I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot Palace was performing. So I bought a ticket.
No.
And then 20 minutes later, I was at the Riviera.
Are you
at the
serious?
Palace concert. I swear to God.
Oh my God.
It was so fun.
Was it fun?
I was panicking. I was like sitting there, like trying to change my outfit and like buying the ticket and like I had to change my password to like the ticket account because I always forget my passwords to those accounts. So I'm like panicking and then I ordered an Uber and got there and yeah, I walked in. Lights were still on.
Wow.
I know, I made it.
So it really worked out for you.
It really did. I was so happy.
Okay, good.
Canceled.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll cancel on you more.
Oh.
You're like, I'm already used to it.
Yeah.
I that when people cancel on me.
Yeah, no more filming on Wednesdays because we're
done.
not filming on Wednesdays.
We're done.
Also, we're so sorry for not being consistent. We really gotta figure that out. But it's
we're figuring it out.
We're trying to figure out how to work with this new
Unprecedented?
Yeah, what people were saying during COVID. These
Unprecedented times.
In these unprecedented times.
Good. Yep, cut.
Yeah.
Yep. We basically...
And I've always said that.
No, I think what happens is we're like, yeah, we're going to film on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The weekend comes around and we just like don't text each other. I'm like, is she going to say anything?
Well, Tuesday morning, I go, is she gonna say anything?
I know. I was thinking, is she gonna say anything? If you didn't text on Tuesday morning, I was gonna say something that night. But then I was like, why isn't she saying anything?
Well, I feel like it's usually me
It's
on
like
Monday
the
or
displace
Tuesday
of
being
blame.
like, yeah, we're like, well, why the fuck is it on me?
Yeah, why didn't you say anything?
Meanwhile, we're both 50.
We're like,
yeah, no,
it's just hard on the weekdays.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is.
We just have to like do it on Sundays.
Yeah, I'm cool with like Sunday
or Saturday
mornings or. Yeah, we just have to communicate. I think that's it. We just have to communicate.
I know. I'm trying to be better about that. I've actually tried to, because I'll like leave people undelivered for a really long time. I don't know if you struggle with this. I feel like you do sometimes.
I do. You got to double text me.
Yeah, same. But I've been trying to be better about responding to people within like a day. If I like, but sometimes I literally just forget.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh fuck. And
you
then
forget your job.
And then
just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Days.
I also don't text.
Days go by, and I'm like, fuck. And then I look stupid.
Guys, podcasting is so hard. Can you imagine people who get up and this is just their whole fucking job
when they don't have a 9 to 5
and they have someone who edits for them and edits their video clips, their social media
all
clips.
they have to do is show up.
Literally all they have to do. And what did they do in their past life to get so lucky? What kind of karma? Like, what do we need to do? Do we need to like volunteer more? Do we need to donate money? Do we need to like start going to church?
I think we have to like go to church.
Do we need to go get an exorcism? Like, what is in us?
I think
this is so whiny complaining. This is
basically why aren't we
so
famous?
Cringe. What the fuck? we skip weeks and we don't post. We're like, why the fuck is this not our full-time job?
We don't film for like months.
Yeah.
We're like, wait a second.
I forget to post on social media for like 5 days. I'm like,
it's hard.
Why are our numbers not going up? 'Cause I'm being a lazy fucking bitch. That's why. I
know.
And I'm making excuses.
I have to get on my grind.
Yeah.
We have to get on our grind.
We gotta grind. We gotta grind on. We gotta
starting tomorrow.
Have our twosome grind all the time.
We used to have it really good.
We really did.
We were really good.
I know.
But we're getting there again.
I think. You know what? I think we need to go on an employee retreat.
Oh, okay. Where?
We need to just have like a day where we bop around and do dumb shit, and then we talk ourselves up and be like, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this, because that's how we would hype each other up, because we'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we're gonna do this and we're gonna achieve this and we're gonna be so fucking good at it and da-da-da. And then now we're like,
no, I'm like, I don't want to go outside.
Yeah, things are hard.
I think when it gets warmer, then like that'll be the moment more often.
Yeah.
Us just complaining.
Yeah, this will probably be cut. This is actually just a meeting. We don't have meetings.
No, this is our meeting now.
Yeah, our meetings are us talking and during the podcast itself, and then just cutting it.
But I'm excited for next episode where we do monologues.
I'm so excited. Do we give each other like serious or silly, or
I think it's just whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever we want.
Could be literally anything.
Mm-hmm. How long should we keep it for? Like
the monologue?
Yeah.
Like maybe like 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Something quick.
Yeah.
But something where we really have to like think through it and try.
The last monologue I memorized was the Manic Pixie Dream Girl poem. Slam poem.
Oh, it's a slam.
Yeah.
And you like did it like a slam.
I did it in front of my class in college.
Stop.
Because we needed. I don't even remember what that class was.
Oh my god. The last monologue I did was like a Heinz ketchup commercial.
Oh, it was a commercial. It was a commercial. Did it air?
Nothing.
For nothing. Casablanca.
It was just at an acting class. But it was filmed and recorded.
Mm-hmm. I almost signed up for one of those classes, but then my mom started Googling and we found out it was a scam, so she didn't sign me up. And then she didn't try to make no more effort to try to get me into acting.
She was like, actually, you're not a prodigy.
Yeah, no.
You're just normal.
She's like, that one company was a scam. Oh, well. Goodbye, dream. Goodbye, your dream.
I wanted to be an actress so bad.
Me too. Oh my God. I would literally cry being like, I want to be Miley Cyrus. I want to be Selena Gomez. I want to be an actress. Like, I want this so badly. But then I mean, not to like shame my parents, just they would not listen.
Same.
Wouldn't give a fuck. They're like, how about chess club? How about soccer? I'm like, no,
Same.
I want you to put me in the most prestigious acting classes so I can rise to the fucking top.
Yeah. I did the same exact thing, and I cried to my mom to drive me 2 hours to the Tom Hanks audition. And she wasn't going to, and then I asked my grandma. My grandma said yes, and then she was like, Alyssa, why did you ask your grandma to take you? And I was like, because you weren't taking me seriously. And then she was like, don't have your grandma take you, I'm taking you. And I was like, okay, good.
There we go.
Yeah. And obviously I didn't get the role, so it was a waste of time.
Yeah, rip. I never got any role that I auditioned for either.
Wait, we should be extras in a show together.
The bear?
Yeah.
I was driving out of Logan Square the other week, and it was like midnight, and there was a huge setup at this restaurant. They had a giant crane with a camera looking into the inside of a restaurant, and I was like, what the hell are they filming? And then the next day I saw that it was the bear, and I'm like, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. Or we could be on like,
as I was driving by, I'm literally like, that needs to be me.
yeah, you're like, why am I not there?
Literally, I'm like, that could be me. That could, like, I would love to be on set at midnight acting.
Yeah.
Like, I would fucking love to do that.
I think we should, okay, I know all these Facebook pages that, like, you can sign up to be, or you can audition to be, like, not audition, but submit your information to be an extra for, like, everything that's filming in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, my aunt sends me those, like, Chicago PD.
She does?
But also, it's like, I got work. You gotta
I know,
take
but
PTO.
sometimes they're on Saturdays.
Oh, then I'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll look into it.
Yeah.
So we're going to do monologues and be extras. This podcast turned from, like, a survival apocalypse
So I was just
podcast
talking
to-
about our hopes and dreams and like
to
why
us
we aren't
acting.
achieving them, and we're gonna be big actors. I literally like, okay, sorry to use ChatGPT, but I literally ChatGPT'd if I wanted to become an actor in Chicago at the age of 27 with no experience and minimal funds and work a 9-to-5, how would I do that? And it's like basic knowledge. It's like
What did it tell you?
start filming reels and like acting reels and getting an agent and practicing monologues and attending classes.
Yeah, basically you just have to attend classes and then hope you get lucky.
Which for a while, I'm like, every hobby that you want to do in Chicago is like almost $400. Like if you want to sign up for pottery, if you want to sign up for guitar lessons, if you want to sign up for acting lessons, they're all like $400 for an 8-week class or a 6-week class.
Yeah.
So I've been preparing myself to like pull the trigger on one of those. So I would do it for an acting class. Also, I just like want to have something to,
like a hobby.
Yeah, I mean, there's this.
Let's add more to our plate.
I know, like, let's add more. Yeah.
I think they're fun though, especially if you start doing it regularly. Then you like make friends through it.
Yeah, and also I just see like a lot of people on social media in the Chicago creative sphere who are doing acting and comedy, and like we do our own thing, but we're not in some sort of community in Chicago, like artistic community, and that's something that I've wanted for so long. Being in having a queer community and then having like an artistic community, which you know they overlap, but I think that'd be so fun.
I do too.
And the people in my improv class, there's a couple cool people that I would like.
A couple cool people, a couple weirdos,
a couple people where I was like,
I could be friends with you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh okay, you seem chill.
I feel like acting classes are so fun because it's like a bunch of people like different ages, but somehow you all like become friends, like different backgrounds, different personalities, and you're all like this like little like groupie. It's so fun.
The shows I've been watching lately have really made me want to be in, like, I've been enjoying the show, but also I've just been watching the show and being like, I want to be in this fucking show. I want to do this. I want to have this character. I want to be in this, like, I love a little bit of a doom and gloom type TV show. Like I would love White Lotus, Yellow Jackets, the Evil Show. It's a little campy. I feel like it's a little more underground, but it's like still fun show. And then Interview with the Vampire. I'm like, to be in something like that,
I know,
like a period piece, or where there's like, oh, it's just so cool, and I would really love to do that.
I want to be in a horror movie.
Yeah,
because I would be actually scared and I would do really good. They would be doing the exorcism scene and I would be like,
are real.
Guys, are you sure this is fake?
You're gonna have the best final girl scream because you're actually just gonna be horrified.
It's gonna be me actually scared. Anyway, we're both gonna be famous actresses, so
You heard it here first.
you're hearing everything here first.
Remember us when you're small.
Yeah, if you want an autograph, they're free for now. But
I feel like every episode we're like, yeah, contact us, but like for a price.
yeah, actually just send us money. You're gonna click this button behind this paywall.
I'm not giving my signature out to anyone because it could be forged on documents.
yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah. So don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Lucy Dacus and Julian Baker are dating.
We already knew that. I don't know why people were like, this is news. Like, I thought that was confirmed like years ago.
Really?
Yes.
I was not on the boy genius train until the end, so I feel a little bit like a poser.
Oh.
But
I have always had it in my mind that they were dating. So like I didn't understand. I was like, wait, I thought everyone knew that already. Like, I thought this has like been out. I guess it wasn't like out information, and I don't know if I just dreamt it somewhere, but I swear to God, I thought it was confirmed like so long ago that they were
Julian
dating.
had a different girlfriend.
I don't know.
But I guess not, obviously.
I don't know. Maybe people just saw that they were really close and like speculated that they were dating, but like I always thought it was confirmed.
Yeah, their videos on stage are definitely like,
yeah,
I'm like, you guys are either best friends or you're in love, and there's a very thin line between that. So.
Yeah, so good for them, I guess. Happy for them.
Shout out. All right, well, thank you for listening to our amazing spontaneous jumble of everything that comes to mind.
Yeah, thank you
hope
guys.
It was entertaining.
And thanks for listening to Coda Whine.
Yeah, whiny day today, huh?
Yeah, I think maybe he does have to go outside now that I'm thinking about it.
All right, well, let's let him go take a shit.
Yeah, take a shit.
He too will be pissing on the street. He's not like,
and
he's not much different.
Cup.
He's not much different.
Anyway.
All right.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Okay.
See
Bye.
you next time. Bye.